So I haven't had much time really this week to knit, friend. I'm gonna be honest with you, life has been really doing its thing for real. So I haven't made any progress on the basic open knit, which I'm kind of upset about, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm upset because I wanted to wear it to art club. I did end up wearing my sleeves, which is a variation of literally this exact pattern, but I wanted to wear this one. I want to wear this one. So today is the day I have decided officially 100% today is the day that I'm gonna finish the sleeve. Kind of hard to show this project. I feel like the needles are always clanking like everywhere. I've made maybe like 10 rows, almost 10 rows for the sleeve, but I'm gonna frog it because I don't even know what happened. Somehow the way that I picked up the stitches, I don't know if you can see, it made a ginormous hole. And so I'm like, okay, I don't want a huge hole in the armpit of my knit. So I'm gonna frog back everything that I've done for the sleeve and we're just gonna start fresh. Luckily, I haven't gotten too far down. And then also since I'm using 12mm needles, the sleeves work up fairly quickly. The first sleeve, I did it literally in a night. So I guess we're gonna do the same thing for this sleeve if we can ever get untangled. I had so much fun on Friday going to art club. I am a homebody, friend. I am a homebody. I do not be outside. That's why all my videos are filmed in my room. That is why my bio is literally a girl and her room and her knits, heavy on her room. One of my favorite creators, Karo. She's Karo Crafts on Instagram. She's from New York and she hosted a workshop in LA over the weekend. And so when I saw it, I was like, okay, like I gotta go. I kind of want to go. Like, and it was so cute. Oh my gosh. It was a guided journaling session. And then like afterwards we made collages. I've never been to anything like that. That's very up my alley. You know, in so many of my videos, that's what we do over here. We journal and we collage, like, you know, two of my favorite things. And it was so cute. It was at a cat cafe. And that's actually partially the reason that I actually went to, because I've been wanting to go to a cat cafe forever, but I haven't been able to, you know, like convince any of my friends to like make time to go with me. And like, I don't know, I do everything by myself. I have no problem doing things by myself, but going to a cat cafe, for some reason in my mind, I was like, ah, like, I don't know, I don't want to go by myself. So I've been trying to like get, you know, like my friends to go with me for a long time and nobody's been able to go with me. And so when I saw that this event was literally journaling, collaging at a cat cafe by like my favorite creator ever, I was like, okay, like I have to go. When I think about some of my favorite creators or some of my favorite artists, like I can pinpoint which part of my style was influenced by them. I find her style very inspirational. If you haven't seen Karo Crafts, you should check her out. Okay, friend, low-key, I have to concentrate when I pick up these stitches. We are back on track, I think. I hope, friend, whatever it is what it's gonna have to be. But I had a lot of fun at the art club, I really did. I met some cool people. I think it's good for me, you know, sometimes to get out of my comfort zone. I wouldn't consider myself like a shy person. I'm not a shy person, but I'm very like introverted. And I'm like kind of one of those people where it's good vibes, it's always good vibes, but like, you know, it's like you're not really talking to me, you're not really engaging with me, I probably won't really do the same for you. But everybody was really like talkative and it wasn't one of those events. You know, sometimes how you go to an event, as somebody who goes to, you know, a majority of things by myself, most of the time when you go to events, everybody's kind of like already clicked up. There were a couple of groups who already knew each other, but I think a majority of people came by themselves, which I thought was kind of cool. We started the session off like journaling. Wait, friend, do you want to hear what I wrote? I'm going to read one of my prompts. Let me go get it really quick. Art club started off with a journaling session. You can kind of see my little pages. I drew on them and I colored them. But one of my favorite questions, what does my creativity look like when I'm not judging it? It surprises me. It reminds me that I'm able to turn nothing into something even when I doubt myself. Now that I'm really putting my time and my energy and my effort into my creativity, you know, for the first time, it forces me to be more reflective, I think, in a way that I never have been. And so through that reflection, I'm noticing that I do have a tendency to judge the hell out of myself, and a lot of times very unfairly. I feel like sometimes I don't give myself enough credit for the things that I do, and the good things that I do kind of get like swept under the rug, and I hyper fixate on the one or two things, you know, that didn't go the way that I wanted to. Thinking about what does my creativity look like when I take that pressure off, when I'm not forcing myself, you know, to make the most amazing thing ever and just allowing myself to exist, to play, to be present, to express, you know, like whatever comes out, whatever happens. I think that was really nice to think about. Starting to be more aware of how my perfectionist ways literally have me tripping over my own feet sometimes. The whole theme of the night was relaxed, chill vibes. We're here to, you know, have community. And when we got to the collage section, I didn't like my collage, and so I like ripped all the paper off my collage. I ripped all the paper off my collage and I started over, and I kept telling myself, you know, like, girl, just leave it, just leave it. It's not like, no, it's not right. The paper's on the wrong side of the page. But after our journaling, we got to make collages, and this was the one that I made, and actually I thought it was so cute. I wanted to stick to one color. I want to frame it maybe and like put it up, or even do like a scrapbook. You can see the journaling pages that I did. I went with kind of a green theme. I wanted everything to match. Like I said, no chill ever. When's the next time I'm gonna be outside? I can't tell you, I really can't tell you, but this was nice to do. I haven't been out to Los Angeles literally in forever. Originally, my plan was just to stay inside. I predict that I'll be able to finish the sleeve in a couple of hours. I want to crochet a bag charm. I switched my bag out for the summer and I don't know, like I want just like something to hang on it. I saw this one. This was the inspiration, and so I want to crochet something like that for my bag. But then I kind of want to stop by Savers. I was making more stitch markers and I just want to check out and see like what jewelry they have. I like going to Savers specifically because the one by my house, they're the thrift store that has like the biggest jewelry selection, but then they're also the only ones that like leave everything out on display, and so you know I can get kind of close and see the beads and see the hardware on the beads and see which ones will work. We're gonna see how much of the sleeve we're gonna knit. Maybe for like a couple of hours we're just gonna knit a little bit on this sleeve. It is the weekend, so we don't have nothing else to do. Maybe when we take a break to stretch our wrists, we'll go to Savers and see if we can come up on some beads. There's actually a bead on this stitch marker right here, the little brown one. I made this stitch marker. Also, I have to do like a really quick grocery run, and so I figured, you know, if I'm already gonna leave the house, then we'll stop by Savers. But we're getting ahead of ourselves, friend. I need to recount this row, and then I'm going to knit for just a little bit and see how much progress I can make. I'm so excited about this. I really am excited about this. Once I'm done, I'm going to wear it every single day. And I wish I was exaggerating. Friend, I kid you not, like probably for the 10th time at this point, I'm going to frock the sleeves. All of the loose ends from the other sections and now having to pick up the sleeves. There's so much yarn. It's really hard to see. My stitch keeps being off. So I'm going to weave in all of the ends and then I'm going to try one more time the sleeves. Hopefully, fingers crossed, 900th time is the charm. Okay, friend, it's been about 2 hours, give or take. This feels like a good time to take a break. I don't know why, maybe there's something in the air, but this sleeve is giving me so many more problems than the first sleeve. The first one, I literally worked through it so quickly, and this one had so many issues, but let's try it on. You can kind of see on the sleeve right here, there ended up being a hole. I have no idea. I do plan to wear this over like a bandeau, maybe my swimsuit. I don't plan to wear it over a long sleeve top, so once we're done, I'll do like a proper try on, but this is what it's looking like so far, and I feel like I really like it. I'm gonna wear this every single day. I made it in this neutral color so that it matches nearly all of my outfits. It's cotton yarn, so it's perfect for the summertime. I swear this will be my most worn clothing item of the season. It is getting a little bit later though, and I need to get to Savers before they close. So this feels like a good place to stop, take a break, rest our wrists. And we gotta get out of here. Before we leave, we have to do an OOTD. Sweater hoodie is from Minga London. I've had it literally 5 ever. Top, y'all saw my top. It was basic. Maybe I thrifted it. I thrifted these sweats and I literally am so in love with them. This is the bag that I want to make a bag charm for. How cute is it? It's my brown leather bag. I thrifted this a couple of years ago and I'm bringing it out for the summertime. So this is my super chill, incognito, esoteric, niche, internet personality fit. How are we feeling about it? Okay, friend, the jumper is nearly complete. I've made it all the way down the decreases of the sleeve. My notes are a little bit shaky. After a certain point, they just stop. I'm gonna cast off the sleeve and then we're We're gonna be finally done. I swear this is my favorite part. Final stitches of a knit. Goodness gracious, can't believe we're here. I'm gonna have to stop saying that I abandoned all of my knits. Look at me finishing a project. We are done. Let's cut this yarn. I am absolutely obsessed. I made the sleeves a little bit longer this time. I feel like most of my basic open knits, or just when I make things with long sleeves, I have a tendency to stop them just a little bit too short. And then, you know, when you do this motion, when you do this movement, my sleeves are all the way down to my elbows. But I'm really liking the length on this. This sleeve definitely did not go as smoothly as the first one. But overall, I would say I'm very, very, very happy with my make. This is not the last time that we are going to be seeing this piece. I swear I'm going to wear this like nearly every single day this summer. I modified the pattern quite a bit actually. Now that I've made it so many times, you know, I kind of know what I like and what I don't like about the pattern. I cropped it and then I made the arms slimmer. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm already thinking of like another color to make. I do for sure want to make a black one and like a brown one. This is the Lion brand yarn in the shade Ecru. A very successful knitting night. I really can't even explain how excited I am that this make is finally done. Pattern is Basic Open Knit by Carly, my all-time favorite knitting pattern. I'm gonna make this pattern probably 800,000 more times while I'm on this earth. Friend, really quick, I have to show you what I got from Savor. These big chain thrift stores, they be doing too much sometimes on the prices. These earrings right here. You can see they're dangly, really similar to the other ones that I have. I love this style. The beads already come with their own hardware, so that makes it easy for me, you know, when I'm trying to make the stitch markers. I don't have any really small wood beads, and I love the tone of the hardware. It's kind of like brassy. I think I could pair this really nicely with like a lot of browns. Very earthy. I actually really love these earrings. You can even just see this stitch marker that I made with this bead, the green bead and the brown bead. You can kind of just like see my vibe a little bit. I got this vintage planner actually. It has somebody's initial on it, JHC. Thank you very much for this find. I've been wanting to make my own version of a traveler's notebook for a while. I've just been, you know, like trying to figure out the materials, trying to figure out the setup, really just trying to conceptualize the idea and make it work for me. And I found the most perfect vintage journal planner ever. I'm calling it a traveler's journal, but really the idea for me was like I wanted a place where I can put all of my inspiration and all of my ideas, and then like, you know, just have something beautiful to look at and feel inspired. My original notes for my patterns, maybe some swatches, some magazine cutouts, some pictures. I got it originally because I love the size and it's genuine leather, and it's like very, thought about maybe covering it with either another piece of leather or some fabric. I think I'm just going to try to peel off like this initial right here, and then I thought about maybe putting like spikes or studs or something on it. I don't know, maybe grunging it up just a bit. So you can see like the inside has this binder system. I don't know, I feel like I could do something really cute with this. The idea is just to have a place where there are no rules creatively and I can just dump my brain. It literally says Wednesday, January 2nd, 2002. How crazy is that? The pages that are in here are literally fresh and new. Yes, they are from 2003, but I might just use these as notebook paper. I know JHC spent a pretty penny in 2002 for this journal, so thank you very much, friend. Starting to get late, but I still do want to at least attempt to start my bag charm. This is the yarn that I'm going to use. Found this yarn in my stash. It's really thin. I think I might have gotten this from a yarn swap. I have some hardware left over from all of the keychains I pulled apart. Crocheting a little rose would be really cute. I haven't decided if I want to add beads or like extra embellishments, but just this yarn I think is so beautiful. I feel like a crochet rose on this bag in this color would be perfect. I really love this bag. I thrifted it a few years ago. I love the studs on it. Okay, friend, keep me in your thoughts. I'm literally going to try to crochet this little tiny yarn with a 3.5 millimeter hook. So I actually worked on this over a couple of days for some reason. I think it was the thin yarn and the tiny hook. It kept giving me an issue and I had to restart. But in the end, this is what it looks like, and it's really similar to my reference photo, so I'm happy that was the plan. I am going to add hardware, possibly some beads. I'm not really sure yet. Friend, if you want to follow along on this project, I do update my Instagram. I'm there most days. Otherwise, thank you so much for spending time with me, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye.